Okay, you have to forgive me about my hoodie. I've not done my hair. I haven't been up long, but I have to tell you about what I saw last night. Okay? I'm convinced that I saw at least one UFO. And this wasn't throughout the night. This was all in one condensed period of time, mate. It was absolutely mental. Okay? So I wanted to go out last night with my mate Mace, with my telescope that Dwarf 3 sent me. This is not a promo, okay? I'm just telling you why we went out. It was a clear night, no clouds. We wanted to go out to Bodmin Moor, which is like thousands of acres of nothing. Just grass and mud and a little bit of forest, okay? We thought, a clear night, no light pollution, bring my dwarf out there, let's look and take some shots of some galaxies and stuff, which is going to be epic, all right? And don't worry, guys, this is why I'm going out, because I'm trying to learn as much as I can about this telescope to eventually go live and start UFO hunting. But after tonight, after last night, I'm going to invest in so much more stuff to find some UFOs, because I'm convinced, mate, that we saw UFOs last night, okay? So, we got on our motorbikes, backpacks on us, and we're driving all night long, yeah, to the Bodmin Moor. And then, we're going in this, like, dirt track. Well, let me just quickly show you Bodmin Moor, right? This is what we did. So, this is, like, you can tell, there is nothing out there, right? So, we parked here, right? And but we drove along up here, right, from miles away. But this is the direction that we came in. We parked here and we walked all the way up here, right, all the way up here through this little bit of a forest, right, up to near this house here, this freaky ass house, right. I might actually show you a little bit of footage of it. And we sat around here and we took some shots of the stars. But anyway, as we got around here, right, I'm driving, and it's total darkness, and I'm looking in front of me, and I see, like, I thought, what is that? Is that headlights from a car? But I couldn't work it out, because the horizon was lower, and then the lights was above the horizon. I thought, it can't be. So I sort of stopped looking for a second, and then I turned to my right, and I'm like talking to Mace, and then we both looked up, and I was like, what is that? And there was this thing, and Mace was exactly the same time. It's like, what is that? And I was like, mate, what is that? And I gotta be honest with you guys, like, this isn't the first one, but I can't explain what I saw, and Mace can neither. Mace, he can't explain what he saw, and so I'm going to try to explain to you what we saw. Okay? In my opinion, it was, first of all, I would say it was probably, oh man, it was even hard to tell the distance of how far this thing was, because it was so dark. And all it was really the motorbike headlights shining. I would say it was like, maybe, I don't know, 30 meters? 30 meters away, right? And probably maybe it started like 20 foot high, maybe higher. And it almost looked like it was floating. It was this thing floating from the right-hand side and coming lower and lower to the earth, right? And it didn't really have any sort of shape. It was like, I would say it was probably about maybe that big. I don't know. It seemed about that big. And it had like a copper color to it. Part of it was copper, part of it was silver. And it was like glistening. It was a glistening, silvery ball blob thing. And I thought there was something underneath it as well. Like maybe, I don't know. But Mace said it seemed squared off at the edges. But he was agreeing with me with the colour. But it was like glistening, glimmering. We thought, and it wasn't I mean, it could have been the headlights of the motorbike, but it wasn't sort of like, it wasn't something. It didn't seem solid, and the lights of the headlights were shining, like were glowing it up, like lighting it up. It was glistening. It was morphing. It was weird as shit, mate. It was so weird. I couldn't understand what I was looking at. And everything in my life for 44 years, anything that the headlights have shined up, I can see what it is, right? I know what it is. This thing wasn't, and I gotta really stress the point. This wasn't the headlights, because the headlights was pointing on the ground. This thing was glistening from a high up end, and it was the same sort of color and glistening, the same sort of thing all the way down. It wasn't getting brighter and darker as it was cutting in line with the headlights or anything. It was up high, glistening. And then we were both like, what is that? And we looked, and there was part of us that sort of like, we wanted to sort of drive and take a look what it was, but it's just complete. You couldn't take your bike on there. It's just complete rubble, wasteland, grass, divots, like, oh mate, you couldn't take your motorbike on there. A dirt bike maybe, right? But it was just going into nothing, and it just disappeared. No sound. It was nothing. It was just nothing in the middle of nowhere. I was like, what? And then that's not all of it. And then we looked to our left at the stars, and I don't know what made us look. I don't know what made us both look at the same direction, but the stars were all out. And there was 4 white orb lights, and it was by the Big Dipper, right? It was by the Plough constellation. And there was 4 lights in a cluster about from obviously, if you look at thinking about the sky, how vast and big it is. It's a cluster from my vision about that big, and there's 4 orb lights. 2 were like moving like this, and the other 2 were just moving, just moving around. And I was like, trying to find my phone. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was getting my phone. I was like, mate, I'll get my phone. And I went to video, and I'll show you. I might put the video up. It was a complete mess. It was a complete mess, man. I'm videoing my screen is just black. My screen is just black. I can't see any stars, and it's so dark out there. I'm flicking like between front view and back view, and I can't even see my face. It's so dark. And I'm like, what am I like clicking here?
How do I fucking zoom in on it? Like, you can't see shit on here.
You gotta use your telescope.
Yeah, but how do these people use? This is a fucking good camera, and why is it not? Do I have to go in a different view or something?
Dude, I think that. Either that or it was a bat.
But where are those fucking... Hang on.
I've lost them, Ben. They've gone.
So apparently the Galaxy S24 Ultra has a night vision mode that I didn't push. Oh god. I am never ever going to slag off anybody that can't take a picture at night now, because at that moment you just want to get your phone out so quickly, everything just goes out the window. Sorry guys. And I can't understand why my phone is not like seeing anything, and I'm trying to go to pro mode to bring the ISO up and all, and it's complete fast, right? And then these stars, I can't remember. I just phoned Mace now. I was like, but he hadn't answered. I can't remember if they disappeared, they stopped, what happened? Why did we not carry on looking at it? I can't remember what happened. And it sounds dodgy. But mate, I ain't going to sit here and I'm going to start making a video about a UFO, the potential I've seen, or multiple UFOs, for the sake of it. I've been doing this for so long. I could have done this ages ago if I was trying to milk something and make something up. It was the craziest thing. And the craziest thing afterwards, right? We're seeing 4 bloody lights flickering about. 4, was it 4, 5 maybe? I don't know. 4 lights. I think my memory serves me correct. 4 lights after we've seen, literally after we've seen this fucking shimmering thing fly down onto the ground. But it wasn't the ground. It just disappeared. We didn't see it land. It just disappeared into the earth of some sort. It's so weird, man. And then seeing those 4 stars, or the orbs, or whatever they were, the UFOs, and we were buzzing. So we pulled up at this bloody location. We started walking over to the moors. I'm constantly looking up now, thinking, mate, I've got it. This is crazy. And then the night sort of gets to the stage of where we're starting taking photos of the stars and stuff like that, and the galaxies. But throughout the whole night, and we got there about, we probably got there about 8:30, 8:45. That's when we saw it. And then we left at 1:30 in the morning. And throughout that whole period of time, we didn't see another single thing like it. We saw a couple of shooting stars, right? That was it. That was it the whole night. No other star, and mate, it was just like pinpoints all over the sky. Nothing. No movements whatsoever. So mate, I'm pretty adamant. And we saw planes, but these planes, red lights, blinking, like red, white, just fucking moving in a straight direction. No, I know what a plane is. So it was so strange, man. It was so strange. So I've got my telescope, which I'm going to. There's a UFO mode on it, right? And I'm still can't find it. And they've sent me instructions to find it and stuff like that. But I'm still trying to work it out, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to get to a stage where we're going to go live soon. But I'm also going to, after last night, mate, I'm going to now buy a proper camera with night vision mode, and I'm going to be looking for, after I saw that video that I did the other day about the TR3B being seen in night vision mode, I'm going to get the whole works. I'm going to get the whole works, mate, because I'm convinced that I saw UFOs last night. It's amazing. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that. All right. So, yeah. There's another video coming tomorrow. All right. Anyway, what do you reckon? Have I just seen a UFO? I think so. Take care. Bye bye.